Do what I should, man. Point, point, baby. Do what I could, man. Point, point, baby. Do what I should, man. Point, point, baby. Do what I could, man.
Where's the goal from the 6? Smith can't find anyone. Back penalty. Picked off. Intercepted in the end zone and brought back out. Geno Smith picked off by Kitchens. Cameron Kitchens takes it all the way back. Now there is a flag around the 40-yard line. Kitchens looking out. Jordan returns it 103 yards.
Nick Sirianni is not concerned with coach. They didn't like that. 3rd and 22. Looking in zone for Smith.
So what I'm working on right here is a little stick man rendition of Saquon Barkley doing his little backwards hurdle. I think I captured that pretty well. No. Anyway, so we like what, on week 9, week 10 right now. I haven't had a chance to do a review this year. One of the main reasons because, damn, I mean, ESPN straight stealing my thunder right now. They doing their own little recaps, and I'm like, man, with you getting a recap on the ESPN app now, you know that's hot because they have an AI do it. Then I'm not in a rush to do one. But I did want to do something. So I figured I'd try and switch it up this year. I do a video, kind of like a mid-season review, even though we, like I said, we've kind of further along in the season. But yeah, man, we at it. So let's kick this, bro. So the Gotham division this year. At the top of the Gotham division this year, we got Protect Your Chicken. All right. My man right now, he's ranked number 2 in the league. He's ranked first in scoring. He's the only team in the league that has a 5-0 record. You know what I'm saying? My boy Foy. He holds the league high score right now with 307 points. All right, he got that in week 9 last week. He joined the 300 club for the first time this season. Let me see. 9 players on his roster are ranked top 10 in their position. All right, so that's big. He's got Saquon Barkley. Saquon Barkley has been killing it. He's averaging 44 points a game. And he got him at a steal. I mean, it was a gamble, but to get Saquon Barkley in the second round, I feel like is a pretty good deal So, I mean, right now, you know, I'm giving out letter grades today. If I had to give my man J.R. Foy a letter grade with how he's doing, in my personal opinion, he's the scariest team in the league to look out for. A+. I give him an A+ because my man has been has been killing it, and he knows it. You know what I mean? He knows it. Moving on down my list. Next, we got the champ is back. My boy Josh McKay. You know what I'm saying? Y'all met him in the last video. Returning league champion. Currently sitting second in the Gotham division. His roster, man, it's I'm looking at it, and his roster is pretty much all over the place. I mean, he's had a lot of injuries. He cannot really figure out what's going on at quarterback. Looks like he started 6 different quarterbacks this year. He started Anthony Richardson from the Colts. He got Andy Dalton. I think he's playing for the Panthers now. Daniel Jones in New York. Aaron Rodgers. He started him for the Jets. He started Geno Smith. And I'm looking at his starting lineup, and I see a Tua Tagovailoa in there, you know, right now to start this week. So, I mean, he's all over the place at QB. His team has allowed the fewest amount of points so far this year. So he's had some great matchups, and for some reason, you know, teams that go up against him don't really want to score. He gave Protect Your Chicken the first loss. Protect Your Chicken was on a 5-0, 5-game win streak for start the season, and the champ is back. Gave that to Protect Your Chicken in week 6. He leads the league in total acquisitions, which is funny right now. He's out here. He lives on the waiver wire. He's doing drops. He's doing ads. He's watching these waivers. And I guess he also sends the most trades. He's got the most trade refusals because more than one person have told me for him to stop sending these crappy ass trades to him. So that's been kind of crazy, but it also been funny as well. Most reliable player right now on his roster, I would say, is probably Garrett Wilson. The dude's playing phenomenal. He's doing one-handed grabs, and he's making it happen on a team that doesn't look like they're going to go far this year. But for my boy McKay, for his letter grade here, I'm going to give him a B+. Because looks like he may make a nice little deep playoff run this year as well. All right, so not bad, Josh. You know what I mean? Could be better. You know, you're not killing it, but you're not doing bad at all. All right, moving on down, we got District 12. All right, so Latoya is 4-5. So Latoya's 4-5. She's 3rd in Gotham division. She's 5th overall in the league. All right. She's beat all the easy teams for sure. Like, she's beat all the lower level teams, but she did give Protect Your Chicken, I keep going back to him, his second loss in week 8. That was a shocker because, like I said, I think he's built the best team. And so she walked away with that one. Looking at her roster here, it doesn't have any major standouts. You know, they got Tyreek Hill. He's having a disappointing season. I think he hasn't really lived up to the potential. He hasn't scored a touchdown since week 1, and we know what happened week 1. He got arrested on his way to work, like in front of the stadium. You know what I'm saying? But he got faced with that adversity, and he went out there and he balled. He hasn't really balled since then. I know it's got a lot to do with Tua being hurt. You know what I mean? Devin Achane. He's been on the uptick as well. He's doing pretty good for Miami ever since Tua came back. So I expect him to. I expect that whole offense to start doing better if Tua can stay healthy. Jahmyr Gibbs, he's been pretty reliable. That offense probably has been one of the most exciting offenses to watch this year. So Jahmyr Gibbs continues to shine. Also having trouble at quarterback. She's been playing C.J. Stroud. C.J. Stroud has gotten 2 out of the last 3 games. He scored single digits in 2 of those games. All right, so that's pretty much, you know, it's a quarterback league, man. Like, if your quarterback is putting up single digits, it's hard to win. It's definitely hard to win. She'll likely, you know, even though the team's 4-5, I'm looking at the division overall. She's likely to make it to the postseason. Probably sitting at a third seed, but maybe getting up to that second spot. I don't see her raising up to that first spot. It's not likely, but I see it as a third, maybe a two seed. So for District 12, on this thing, I'm gonna give her a solid average score, which is a C. So C for District 12. And we'll see how things go for her the rest of the season, going into the postseason. All right. Moving down. We got Sunday's Best next. My boy Corey Wolf. All right, so he's ranked 3 and 6. 3 and 6. That's fourth in the division, the Gotham division, 7th overall. If the playoffs were to start today, he would be in because he would be 4th, not in last place. So he's at a decent spot there. He can make it, but he definitely needs to get some more wins, or he's going to have to play PYC the first game of the playoffs. But right now he's the second lowest scoring team in the league, and he's currently on a 3-game lose streak. All right, so I do think, my personal opinion, I do think his team can be special if he made some moves. Now, this is what I'm saying. So I'm looking at his roster. He has two phenomenal quarterbacks on his roster right now. All right. He has Lamar Jackson. Lamar Jackson is the highest scoring player in fantasy right now. All right. So there's that. He's the best QB in the league right now, and he's the highest scoring player in all of fantasy right now. He's averaging 61 points a game. All right. So bam, you got that. He's also got Jaden Daniels. Now, Jaden Daniels, man, I think looks like he picked up Jaden Daniels in the 10th round. All right. This dude wasn't on anyone's radar. I don't know if Corey followed him in college, nothing like that. I'm not really big on this guy yet. But he has the Commanders relevant, man. He has the Commanders relevant. Jaden Daniels is ranked 5th amongst quarterbacks, and he's ranked 6th overall in fantasy points. He's only 2 points behind Derrick Henry. He has 11 touchdowns on the season and only 2 interceptions. So we got some things that can happen here. I'm looking at Sunday's Best, the rest of the team. He's got 2 receivers that are now relevant again. He has D-Hop. D-Hop got traded to the Kansas City Chiefs. He has Devontae Adams. Devontae Adams got traded to the Jets. They both got touchdowns last year, and pretty much their second week under this offense. So he's got some potential, all right? This is the problem that I'm seeing with Sunday's Best. He's not working. He has his running game is bad. That's the issue, all right? He has no investment in running backs. So right now on his entire roster, all right, when everyone's averaging maybe like 4 or 5 running backs on a roster, maybe 3, he has 2 running backs on his roster right now, all right? And he's been starting the same running backs every week since week 5. And guess what? They're both on Atlanta. He's starting both Falcons running backs as the RB1 and RB2. So we got Bijan Robinson, Bijan Robinson is him. Great. He's putting up big numbers every week. That's a yes. He's also starting Tyler Algier, Tyler Algier is an awesome player. He's good, but he's not getting the touches, man. And in this league, and Ballin in the D League is all about getting those touches. He's a great handcuff, but he's not a starter. He's a flex play at best. What Corey needs to do is he needs to get some more running backs. And I know it's late. It's late in the season. There's not really a lot going on in the waiver. Man, make some trades. You got Jaden Daniels. See if you can snag up another top tier running back. You get another top tier running back to start at RB2. And honestly, you need a third running back as well, because in this league, it's all about carries. You get a point per carry. So why not play a running back at flex? You need a running back that's going to get 10 to 15 carries a game at least. Play him at flex. So you're going to walk away with at least 20, 25 points from your flex player. Use your leverage to get better running backs. You get better running backs, You won't be 3-6. You'll be probably, I can see you maybe also in third or second place because Lamar Jackson is killing it for you. You know what I mean? Don't get rid of Lamar. Hey, Jaden Daniels would be awesome trade bait. See if someone take that. I mean, there are some teams out there that need reliable quarterbacks that you can probably get a running back from. Hey, man, make the move. And I promise you, your team will be doing better. Man, but as far as your score right now, as far as your grade, man, from what I'm seeing from, no man, I just switched the color here. What I'm seeing from Sunday's Best, the best I can give him right now is a D plus because you know, he ranked lower, 7th overall. Does not really doing what he can do. He's not operating at his potential. You know what I mean? And I want to see more. You know what I mean? And I really think if you fix your running back problem, which there's a plethora of running backs out there, you'll be fine. You get some more wins. All right. Moving along. I don't even want to talk about this guy. You know, we don't want to talk about Bruno. All right, but I got to because he's next. All right, so we got 2-ring trim. Okay, so man, all right. So following the draft, all right, you know, like the draft, ESPN does these power rankings, right? So my boy Trimble was ranked number 1 after the draft. He drafted well. He typically drafts well. Now he's number 10 in the power rankings. Let's see. He has the worst record in the league. He's currently 1-8. He's on a 8-game losing streak right now. And I was looking at the previous years. That's the longest losing streak we ever had in the history of this league. He also has the most losses accumulated in this amount of time by any team ever in the league. We've been in the league for 8 years now. I think we have 7 years of data. We took 1 year off of cap, and then we was on the year before that. Daryl has been part of the league every year since its inception. Yeah, dude, I've never seen a team be this bad. And it's actually kind of weird because, like, he's got Josh Allen, right? He got Josh Allen at his quarterback. Josh Allen is he's averaging close to about 50 points a game. He's got some other heavy playmakers out there. He's got Drake London. He's killing it. He's got 6 touchdowns in 9 games. He's got Najee Harris. Najee Harris is averaging 30+ points a game. I think where he went, I mean, and it was a gamble, right? Like, he had first pick. He went with CMC, and he's got nothing. No one's gotten anything out of CMC this year. Christian McCaffrey has been hurt all season. He's hoping to make a playoff run, or not a playoff run, a return to the game this week. But he hasn't been available. And I mean, with all his ability, like they said, the best ability is availability. And I've said this, I've shouted this from the rooftops. I think Christian McCaffrey is the best player on earth when he's healthy. But I mean, he hasn't been healthy. Everyone I know in fantasy that has picked up Christian McCaffrey, because he pretty much went first, you know what I mean, in all leagues, across the board. They're all doing bad. Everyone that picked Christian McCaffrey first, their teams are kind of like in the crap hole. Jordan Mason, he picked up Jordan Mason. Jordan Mason was a great little handcuff. He picked him up last minute. Jordan Mason is averaging 30 points, so he made what he could there. But I'm trying to figure out, like, how did this happen? Like, how does a 2-time champion in this league, the only player in the league with 2 championship rings, he's the only 2-ring, you know what I'm saying, people chasing that second one. He's got 2. How does he lose 8 straight? How do you go from top 5, you know what I'm saying, respected, maybe even feared? How do you go from that to not mention at all? How do you go from sugar to, I don't even want to say this because I want to keep this thing PG, but I'm just gonna draw it out here. All right. How do you go from sugar to this? You see that's that's my poop emoji. It's not that great. I don't have brown. All I got is orange. But you see what I'm trying to say. You know what I mean? What happened, bro? What happened? You was him. You know what I'm saying? Top 5 to not mention it all. What grade can I give Trimble? I can't even give him what's lower than an F. An F minus? All right. I give this dude an F minus. F minus right now. He's team is abysmal. But you know what's crazy about that? You know what I'm saying? You know what's wild about Trimble and Two-Ring Trim and how they're playing? They're not out of it. They're still in the hunt. He's only 2 games back. So he's not mathematically out of it yet. So I mean, but he needs some wins. He could have won last week if he would have picked up Samaje Perine last minute. He left that hole open, that roster seat unfilled. Didn't play somebody. Could have grabbed somebody out of the free agency. Would have been Perine playing. I think it was a Monday night. Would have beat the champ is back. Didn't do it. I was going to tell him, but I'm like, yo, what I look like giving advice to a 2-ring, you know what I'm saying, champion, to a 2-time champion. He got more championships than me. You know what I mean? He know what he's doing. So, hey, it is what it is, man. So, that's it for the Gotham division. We're going to move along to Metropolis division. Sitting at the top of the Metropolis division, I mean, this is basically the moment that, you know, you all been waiting for. I know y'all probably even fast forward a little bit. Let's talk about the best team in the league right now. Statistically, the best team in the league. Push it real good. Your boy, yours truly, killing it right now. 8-1. That's the best record in the league right now. Ranked number 1. Currently on a 7-game win streak. 7 games. He won a game. He lost the game. Then he went on a 7-game tear. He as in me. I looked it up. That's basically I'm tied right now for the longest win streak ever in the history of the league. If I win again, if I win one more, which I don't know, because like I was looking at it and I'm playing Moyer this week and I think Jamar Chase got like 79 points on Thursday. So I mean, I don't know. It could be all over. It could be coming to an end. But right now, I'm him. I'm that guy, you know what I'm saying? So let's see, man. I'm ranked 3rd in points. I'm 2nd in points allowed. So I'm a top 3 as far as points, but 2nd as far as team scoring on me. I'm the only team to not lose any division games. My roster has 7 top 10 players on it. That's basically, if you look at the PRK on your app or on your computer or whatever, you can see where the players rank. If you have a lot of top 10 players in their respective positions, then your team's likely going to do well. Lucked up this year. Baker Mayfield was out there. I picked Baker Mayfield, not up on waivers, just under free agency. Baker Mayfield has been killing it. He's like ranked 2nd or 3rd, I think, as far as in QBs. Joe Mixon is doing really well for me. Kareem Hunt was probably like the most genius pickup ever, because Kareem Hunt was a free agent this year. He got picked up on the Kansas City practice squad after Isaiah Pacheco got hurt. And it was between Kareem Hunt and some other dude. I think his name was Carson Steele, something like that. Once I found out that Kareem Hunt was on the practice squad, I was like, you know what? I think he's going to be elevated really soon. Carson Steele got in there, fumbled the ball. The moment was too big for him. Kareem Hunt has been killing it ever since. I am a little scared though, because Isaiah Pacheco will come back from injury eventually. And the way Kareem Hunt's been playing, I imagine they'll be splitting snaps. That's going to hurt me later. But overall, man, I'm just trying to, just manage the team. You know what I mean? Like I said, I'm not sure how long it's going to last, but it's been a great run. And I'm trying to put the best players on the field every week. You know what I'm saying? Got there and get some wins. So for myself, and I'm actually being modest. I'm not going to give myself an A+, but damn, I mean, I at least got to get the A, right? Like, I mean, at least that, right? Like 8-1. That doesn't happen a lot. I don't think it's ever been done before, actually, in the league. I need to look that stat up in my history. But yeah, man. Moving right along, who we got next? We got the Dillon Panthers by my man Brian Moyer. All right. So, in my opinion, he's probably the second most dangerous team in the league right now. You got Protect Your Chicken. I think this is probably the scariest team. The second most dangerous is Dillon Panthers. And he made a promise to me earlier this year. He's like, man, they're gonna know my name this year. They're gonna know my name this year. And right now he's ranked 3rd overall. He's ranked 2nd in points. He's on a 4-game win streak. He's got 8 top 10 players on his roster. Who's leading them? Jamar Chase. Jamar Chase has 10 tutties right now on the season. 10 of them. 10 of your boys. He has and he put up 79 points. He's also rolling with Jalen Hurts. Jalen Hurts is averaging 50 points a game. So his team is doing very well. And I think I just made his team better. So Moyer finessed me on a trade. He hit me up about a trade, you know what I mean? And basically what happened was he ended up getting from me, he got Tony Pollard for me, and I needed some more wide receiver depth, and I got DK Metcalf from him, which on paper looks great. The thing is, Tony Pollard put up like 49 points this week, and DK Metcalf put up 0. Why did DK Metcalf put up 0? Because he hasn't been playing. DK Metcalf didn't play this week, or I would say last week. He didn't play the week before that. He didn't play the week before that. And this week they're on a bye or something like that. So yeah, dude, I got hosed. He finessed me. He hit me when I was really busy at work. And yeah, if I can reverse that trade right now, I would. But it is what it is. Super happy for Moyer. Been in the league for a while. Hasn't really been talked about much. He gets an A. Moyer gets an A. Because team is playing well. So if I beat you this week, you should quit, because damn, you already got like a 79-point lead. Everybody balled this week who played on Thursday. Everybody balled except for my guy. You know what I'm saying? So I think he put up 7 points. Yeah, that's pretty upsetting. But I started Zay Flowers, and Zay Flowers did not do well. You know what I mean? But moving along to my boy Jose Vidal's team, Cash Money, taking over for the 9-9 and the 2000. They're doing okay. They're doing all right. I would say that Cash Money they're doing just enough to keep themselves in it, keep themselves relevant in the regular season. Last week he was in last place. He beat District 12. That bumped him up to 3rd place. Right now he is 3rd place in Metropolis. But let's talk about this roster though, man. He has the best running back core in fantasy right now. He drafted Derrick Henry. I think he took Derrick Henry in the 2nd round, something like that. Derrick Henry's putting up quarterback numbers. Derrick Henry's ranked 5th overall in all the fantasy points. That's including QBs. He has 14 touchdowns in 10 games. That's phenomenal. He's about to break some records this year. He scored so far at least one time, if not twice, in every game so far this year. Has not come up 0 with touchdowns yet so far this year. So Derrick Henry is killing it. I had Derrick Henry last year. He didn't do this for me, but he's in a special place. The Ravens are doing really well with him, and they are running all over everybody. Let's talk about Kyron Williams. He has Kyron Williams, another animal. You know what I'm saying? 10 touchdowns so far this season. I think last week was the first week where they didn't score, where he didn't score. But he's getting fed, man. He's averaging nearly 20 carries a game. And like I said, in this league, carries are everything. You know what I'm saying? You want to get a running back that's averaging 15 to 20 carries, because that's 15 to 20 points every week. Even if they only get 40 yards, like, you're still going to walk away with like 20 points from the dude. All right. So Kyrie Williams, Chase Brown. Chase Brown is trending up in Cincinnati. That is a special offense. His running back grade right now is 88. The average running back grade, I think, is like 82. So he's doing really good. Zach Moss is out for the season. So he's done in Cincy. And Brown is in. Brown's got 7 tutties in the last 7 games. 7 touchdowns in 7 games. And he's young, man. He's on his sophomore season. He's had a couple fumbles so far this year. But the sky's the limit. I mean, he's on a team with Jamar Chase, Joe Burrow. They got Higgins. They got a squad. So I see that Chase Brown can keep doing well. Chase Brown actually has been bouncing around a little bit. Looks like my boy Vidal's is the 3rd team to have him. Looks like 2 Rings had him first, and then McKay had him second, and now he's on Cash Money. But he's doing pretty good. But the question is, why isn't he winning more games? Like, why isn't Cash Money winning more games? And quarterback struggles once again. It's hard to do well in this league or in fantasy if you don't have a solid quarterback. 6 different starts at quarterback. He played Jordan Love for a little bit. He's played Geno Smith. He's played Jared Goff. He's played Tua. He's played Derek Carr. And it looks like this week I saw a lot of he had your boy discount double check Aaron Rodgers. That's a lot. So when you're more than halfway through the season and you're still trying to figure out your identity at quarterback, it's hard, man. It's hard to, get what you want out of games. But definitely in it. So for Dow's, I give him a C, because right now he's just playing average. You know what I mean? Moving on down to my boy, the Sizzler, my boy Sizzle. F your team. That's what we gonna say. I don't know why he chose a name like that. You know what I mean? Especially when he's always playing so bad. He's playing bad, but he's a former champ, so I'm giving him that respect. But right now, F your team. They're ranked 4th in Metropolis, so he would be in the playoffs right now. The playoffs start today, but I think they're tied. He's tied with 4th, with Mass Murder, or whatever that name of that team is. Lowest scoring team in the league right now. Like, the lowest. I mean, somebody's got to be last, but it ain't got to be you. I mean, somebody got to be on the bottom, I guess. Lowest scoring team in the league right now. ESPN says differently, but in my opinion, he had the worst draft of the draft. Like, right? So let me see. I'm looking at it. He came out the gate. He took Patrick Mahomes first. I think he had like 3rd pick or the 4th pick, whatever. He took Patrick Mahomes first. And once again, that's understandable. Had this been some years ago and Patrick Mahomes was still putting up like big fantasy numbers, but I think Patty cares more just about winning and getting more championships than actually getting us the points that we need to win these leagues. He's 5th among quarterbacks. He was 5th among quarterbacks last year. Right now, Patty's ranked 11th among quarterbacks. He's 16th overall in points. And there were just other, like, if you were going to go for a quarterback early, why not go for the quarterbacks that actually did really good last year? Like, he passed up on Josh Allen. He passed up on Lamar Jackson. They all are better than him this year, fantasy-wise, and they were better than him last year. So, passed up on that. Second pick, went with Travis Kelce. Understandable once again, but I think Kelce showed us last year that he was on the decline. and maybe picking him second. You passed up on some hitters that time as well. The most head scratching thing was my boy Sizzle, man. He took 2 kickers. He drafted 2 kickers. He took a kicker in the 7th round, which that kicker that he took in the 7th round is ranked 16th amongst kickers. So he's not even killing it. He took a kicker that early, and he's not even doing the job that well. He took a kicker in the 11th round as well. Why draft 2 kickers? Don't do that, y'all. I'm just talking to the whole, like, it's not getting kickers that early. It's not important. All right. So I'm looking at this thing. So out of the top 10 kickers in the league right now, 4 of them are free agents. Meaning, like, if you wanted a top 10 kicker right now, you can drop who your kicker is if he's not in that top 10 and go out and get you a top 10 kicker right now. Let's look at the 7 top kickers, which some of them are free agents. The difference between the best kicker in the league right now and the 7th kicker in the league right now is 1.9 points on average. The average between the best kicker and the 7th kicker is 1.9 points. Meaning, dude, like kickers aren't that important that you need to draft 2 of them. Most of us took a kicker in the 14th or 15th round. That's right. I asked him, bro, like, why you draft 2 kickers? He said, oh, it was auto draft. I don't think auto draft. I mean, I've been playing fantasy football for a long time. I've had to do auto draft a couple of times in my tenure as a fantasy football player. It ain't never picked 2 kickers from me. Bruh, you lied. You know what I'm saying? You was like, I really want Harrison Butker, and I really want I forget who's the damn kicker, Justin Tucker out of the Baltimore. And they're great. They're good, but bro, you had to have both of them. You draft terrible. When you draft terrible, that's how you come out at 3-6. You know what I'm saying? Going into week 10. I know you had some injuries that didn't go well on your roster as well, but that's everybody, man. Like in my opinion, you had a terrible draft. So right now you're doing terrible. I'm not going to give you an F, but shit, bro. All I can do, I'm gonna give you that D-. D- for my boy Sizzle because man, I expect better. But hey, they say if you knew better, you do better. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, I don't know. Moving right along, man. This is my last one before I let y'all go. My little big brother, Big Joe, he's currently ranked last in his division. The most points allowed out of the entire league. That means everybody that plays him just balls out. Like record setters. Everybody's out here getting, you know what I mean? But when I look deeper and I see that he has the least amount of moves. He has the least amount of acquisitions. He has 5. So he's not winning. He's like, I think he's tied like, 3-6 or whatever. So he can still get in. But he's not doing anything much to improve, his team. You can't be ranked last and also have the least amount of activity. I mean, now you've been playing a few years, Joe. What's the deal, man? It's time for you to step up. I mean, do you want to be great? Like I said, he's definitely still in the hunt. I think out of those bottom 3 positions in Metropolis, between the 3 teams, there's only 1 game difference. So he can still make it happen, but every game matters right now. Got to get some wins. He's got Justin Jefferson on the squad. Justin Jefferson been killing it. My boy JJ out of Minnesota, he's been killing it. And he's got Kirk Cousins doing some good things as well. Kirk Cousins doing his normal fantasy football heroics, you know what I mean? And if you know Kirk Cousins, you know what I mean. Like, he's amazing during the regular season, puts up big numbers, like, you know what I mean, every 2 or 3 games, and then gets to the playoffs and doesn't do much. But for my bro, Joe, since I do think he's slightly better than F your team right now, I think he's more of a 4 seed or a 3 seed. I'm going to give him a D plus because he gotta get some more wins, man. All right, so that is it. That is the end of my expert analysis. If you still watching right now, we 38 minutes in. So I appreciate that. Yeah, this video's over. But as always, keep balling.